Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this eye look that you see right now. I'm going to be showing you in step how I achieved this very pretty smoky eye. So if you want to see that, keep watching, and I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright y'all, we're going to go ahead and get started. And just like with any other look you want to do, you want to start with a transition shade. And I'm going to be using my Morphe palette for this, my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And I'm going to start with the color Silk Cream if you have the palette. When I put my transition shade down, I just like to blend it all over the lid. And I am doing my eyeshadow first today. If I'm going to be using darker colors, normally I will, just so that if there's any fallout, I can clean it up easily with no problems. So now I'm going to go in with my Y16 with the shade Pooter. And I'm just going to put that in the crease and just windshield wiper back and forth, and that's just to build up a little bit of crease. This look is really simple. It's just extremely important to do this step here. You can have the perfect smoky eye if you do these steps. It's hard to mess it up. Before I really got into makeup, I remember doing my smoky eyes and I would just go straight in with a black or a brown. And I would always wonder why it would always have such a sharp edge and you know, wouldn't blend for me. And now I know why. You need a transition shade. So, and now I'm going to go ahead and move up just a little bit. I'm going to go with the shade Roxanne. It's just that orange rusty color, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing that I just did. You can build up as many colors as you want on your eyeshadow. The more you do, it's just going to give you that nice gradient effect in your look. It's very pretty. And if you are wondering, I am using the Morphe Y16 in the Gilded collection. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to a different brush. This is the Y15. It's just a little fluffier on the end there. And I am going to get a shade. I'm just going to start going deeper with my colors. And now I'm going to be using the shade Chip. It looks like it's a little plummy color. Very pretty. And I'm going to focus this on my outer corner of my eye. So I'm going to put my brush down and just circular motion. One thing I want to point out, when you are holding your brush, if you hold it at the end like this rather than up here, you have a lighter hand when you hold back here, so your color won't be as harsh when you're putting it down. If you hold it here, you tend to have a heavier hand and it presses more color on as soon as you put it down. This way it kind of starts blending as soon as you put it out. I hope that makes sense. Just use the end of your brush and slowly, lightly start adding your color. You want to start with a little bit of your dark color and just build up to a little bit more. And I'm just going to kind of do a V now, just so that it has an equal amount of color there on the bottom as well as up at the top. And now I am going to take the same brush that I'm using, that Y15, and I'm just going to go a shade deeper, which I'm going to go in with the shade Central Park, and do the exact same thing. Now all these shades that I'm using right now are matte. I do suggest using matte shades when doing something like this. If you want to add, we can add some shimmer towards the end, and I'll actually probably do that. But for when you're making your actual smoky part, you want to use a matte shade. And as you can see, this is why when I do darker colors that I do my eyeshadow before I do my foundation, because I have all this fallout here. I particularly don't mind fallout. I just know what to do when which look I'm going to be doing. So if I'm doing a darker color, I'm going to go with eyeshadow first. So now I'm just going to get a clean, fluffy brush. And that way I can use a clean brush just to blend all those colors in. And this brush, this just says Rose Golden. I'm not sure what brand this is. Oh, Zuiva. I'm probably messing that up. It's Zoeva, and it's just a nice fluffy brown brush. And I'm just going to take that and roll circles around that darkness that I just did, just to even more blend that in and ensure that it's not going to be harsh. I'm going to get a different brush for my inner eye, and I'm just going to use a smaller, it's not very thin, but it's just not as fluffy. This is the Sigma E25 blending brush here. And I am going to go in with the shade SBN, which stands for Smoky but Natural. And I'm just going to take that and put it right beside where I started there. And I'm slowly going to add to that. This is a very pretty color. And the funny story about this is what she the reason why she named it this is because a lot of time when you're doing bridal makeup, they want a smoky eyeshadow but natural. And nothing about a smoky eyeshadow is natural. But we understand what you mean as makeup artists. I just thought it was funny and creative how she decided to come up with that name. And so I'm just going to keep this in the center of my eye, and notice I'm only using one side of the brush because I'm going to use the other side for another color. Okay, and then I'm just going to flip my brush over and use the other side, and I'm going to go in the color into the shade Obsessed. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to go right beside that one, closer to the inner corner, and blend that down. These are very pretty colors, and they blend so easily. Now I'm just going to go in with a different clean brush. This is going to be a smaller clean brush. This is another one of those Zoevas. And I'm just going to take and run it right up the top of those two shades that I did and blend that in with that crease color that I did earlier. Okay, and then I'm just going to take very lightly and blend that dark into that SBN color. That way it looks nice and blended and even. And then what I'm going to do is take just a dense round brush and go in with that one of those dark shades. I'll probably use Chip. Yeah. And I'm just going to get a little bit on that brush, and I'm going to take it right here and just blend the sides. Alright, and now I'm just going to clean up underneath my eye here. I'm just going to use a makeup wipe remover. Let that dry for a second. And what I like to do from here is go ahead and do my foundation. And then I will come back and finish up my eye look. So if you want to know how I do my foundation, I actually have a video on that. I will link it down below. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my foundation, and I will be right back. Okay, I got my face all on, and now I want to finish up this look. And basically to finish this up, I just want to smoke out the lower lash line. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other. I'm using just a small, thin, angled brush. I believe this is BH Cosmetics. I'm going to go in with that Silk Cream color, my transition shade, and line the lash line right at the lashes. And I'm going to take this color all the way across. You want to build it up just like you would your actual eye. So you're going to start with a transition shade and then work to a different color. And I'm building it up to this next color, which is that Pooter color. And I'm not going to take this color all the way into my the inner corner. And now I'm going to start deepening it up just a little bit. I'm going to go in with that Roxanne shade. And I'm just going to start slowly keeping these colors closer and closer to the outer edge. Now in with that Chip color. The last shade's going to be that Central Park color. And that is just going to go on the very edge. And see how I got a little too far over there? I'm just going to take a brush like this and blend it in. That way it doesn't ruin my look and I can just fix my little mistake there. Okay, and I always like to use black eyeliner in my waterline, so I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes real quick. You guys can hear Eliana. The internet for some reason has gone out and she's just in there talking, playing away with her little troll toys. She's so cute with her little imagination. Okay, and now I'm just going to put a little highlight in the inner corner of my eyes. I always like to do that. I'm going to use a very small brush for that. And this is the shade Beam. And I'm just going to place that right in the corner here. And then I like to go in a little bit with the shade in Light right over top of it. It's just a little bit lighter. Alright, and now I'm just going to use some mascara, and I have been really liking the L'Oreal Voluminous, that's it, Lash Paradise. I would say it's a pretty good dupe for Too Faced Better Than Sex. Not only does the tube look the same, but it works pretty much the same as well. Alright you guys, that is it for this look. I went ahead and threw on some fierce lashes and I feel like it is complete. I am very happy with today's look. If you enjoyed watching this and you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to this channel and I will see you in our next video. Bye!